In the vast and fertile lands of Umunne, where rivers snaked gracefully through the valleys and hills, kissed the skies, there lived Awele, the daughter of the village chief. Her beauty was unrivaled, but it was her kind heart that won the people over. From a young age, she caught the eye of Ikenna, a courageous hunter renowned for his skill in taming wild beasts and his loyalty to the village. Their love was no secret. From sunrise to sunset, they would wander together through the fields, exchanging stories, collecting rare herbs, and sharing meals beneath the ancient iroko tree that stood at the heart of the village. The villagers often teased them, calling them the soul mates of Umune. But with great love came envy and whispered warnings of doom. The iroko tree, according to village lore, was both a witness to love and a harbinger of curses for couples who made oaths beneath its shadow. The legend spoke of a long-forgotten lover who betrayed her betrothed under the tree. In her anguish, the betrayed lover placed a curse upon it. Any pair who pledged love beneath its branches would be doomed unless their bond surpassed the betrayal in purity and sacrifice. One moonlit night, Awele and Ikenna professed their eternal love beneath the iroko. The wind howled and the earth trembled as if acknowledging their vows. Moments later, a decrepit old woman, her back bent like a bow, emerged from the darkness. Her face was lined with centuries of sorrow, her eyes pools of wisdom. She warned them of the tree's curse and the price they must pay to prove their love. Determined to prove their love, Awele and Ikenna sought guidance from the village oracle, a blind man known as Inkem. With his sightless eyes turned to the stars, Inkem told them, "To break the curse, you must bring the flower of truth from the peak of the mountain of spirits. Only the purest love can survive the trials along the way." Though perilous, Ikenna vowed to fetch the flower alone, for he could not bear the thought of Awele suffering. With her heart torn, Awele reluctantly agreed, vowing to wait for him beneath the iroko each day until he returned. She tied a red thread around his wrist, its other end around her own, a symbol of their unbreakable bond. The journey to the mountain of spirits was fraught with dangers. Ikenna traversed jungles teeming with venomous serpents and crossed rivers guarded by cunning spirits. At the base of the mountain, he encountered the Guardian of Doubt, a shadowy being that whispered lies meant to break his resolve. "Awele will forget you," it hissed. "She will find another." With great effort, Ikenna banished the doubts from his heart, pressing onward. Halfway up the mountain, he met the spirit of regret, who showed him visions of Awele in tears, begging him to stay. The spirit tried to make him turn back by preying on his fears, but he remembered Awele's smile and pushed forward. Finally, near the peak, he confronted the beast of sacrifice, a massive creature that demanded his most precious possession. In a moment of profound courage, Ikenna offered his hunting spear, a gift from his late father and a symbol of his strength and pride. With this final act, the beast relented, revealing the radiant flower of truth. While Ikenna braved the trials, Awele faced her own tests. Suitors from distant lands came bearing riches and promises of power, hoping to win her heart in Ikenna's absence. Temptation and doubt gnawed at her, but Awele remained steadfast, trusting in their bond. The villagers, however, grew skeptical. Some whispered that Ikenna had abandoned her. Others urged her to move on. To silence the naysayers, Awele performed acts of kindness, tending to the sick, aiding the poor, and sharing wisdom she and Ikenna had gathered during their days together. Months later, Ikenna returned, battered but triumphant. He carried the flower of truth, its petals glowing with a light that revealed one's soul. The lovers embraced beneath the iroko tree, placing the flower on its roots. The ground shook and the old woman reappeared. This time, her face was filled with sorrow. "You have proven your love is true," she said, "but the curse demands a greater price. One of you must willingly give your life." A silence heavier than any mountain fell upon them. Ikenna, without hesitation, stepped forward. "Take me," he declared, his voice trembling but resolute. Tears streamed down Awele's face as she clutched his hand, but she knew there was no other way. The old woman nodded, and with a flash of light, Ikenna fell lifeless at the roots of the tree. Heartbroken, Awele wept until her tears turned into a river that flowed around the village. The iroko tree's branches drooped, forever carrying the weight of their sacrifice. The old woman, who was revealed to be the spirit of the first betrayed lover, lifted the curse at last, her burden eased by the purity of their love. Awele dedicated the rest of her days to helping others find and cherish true love, even in the face of trials. Her story, and that of Ikenna, became a song sung by griots and storytellers, reminding all who heard it that true love can conquer even the harshest of curses, but at times the price may be one's very life.